best thing about it is just being around the people that show up for these things.
Just being around these incredible women. Being around women who are sort of the pace setters in journalism.
Whenever you get in any kind of trouble, there's bound to be somebody from JAWS who can help you through it, whether it's personal or especially if it's professional.
This is now 150 of my best friends.
It's like taking a plant and repotting it. It needs some new soil, and JAWS is that.
Somebody told me the other day they were in an elevator, and there were two guys in the elevator at the Times, and one of them said, "Mammography editorial leads the page. You can tell Hal Raines is gone now." And that's not. It's true. It's true. Mammograms in, foreign affairs out.
It re-energizes you, and it kind of puts things in perspective, and it gives you a sense of what you can become as a journalist.
We're going to talk about covering war from Vietnam to Afghanistan.
That moment when things turned violent, where they burned the effigy of Bush or Blair, I was pulled down by my headscarf onto the ground. They threw burning material at me, and I thought, I am not going to get out of this.
At least you know there's someone on your side.
People were hiking.
I love the outdoors. I love the remoteness of the places that we go to. So I feel like we're kind of out here. We're doing our thing. We get to, learn from others, and then we get to go out and play with our friends.
It was really an underground network of feminist journalists who were trying to, first of all, get better coverage of women's issues. And they were trying to get them, and a lot of them were relegated to the women's pages. And they were trying to mainstream women's issues. Mm-hmm. And now, God, they're editors and managing editors, and it is so cool.
The scholarship program is what we use to bring new blood into JAWS. We particularly try to identify either students or people who are beginning their journalism careers, or both if we can manage to make the funds stretch.
I think that we're really lucky that some of these women have really broken this ground, because now we know by seeing these women and their examples that we can go and do those same things and maybe even accomplish more.
If you're a feminist, you spend time either explaining it or being defensive about it. And here you don't have to. You're surrounded by people who care about quality journalism, who understand about, fighting to get good stories, fighting to work for people who have guts, fighting to get the stories into the paper or onto the air that change women's lives, that mean something.
I was taught how to walk into a room and take up space.
Are you doing
that?
How do you do that?
Show. You walk into a room, you pause, and you look around the room before you sit down. You case out where you're going to look. And if you're forced to sit on the couch, you take up the whole couch. I mean, this is
by sitting in the middle. By sitting where on the couch?
In the middle and spread.
I can lay down.
She's riding on the bus, and she winces when the people cuss. She's reading from a book that she needed for a class she took. She puts a marker in the spine as we're crossing over city line. As she steps down on the street, there's a man she never planned to meet. Hey, gone the days of the corduroy jumpers and your very first string of pearls. It's keys in hand and a gun in the pocket of the last of the goods to raid. Girls, say goodbye to your eyes and how a shiny world. Say a prayer for the souls of the fallen and the last of the goods to raid.
There are so many people who've gotten jobs through JAWS. It's remarkable, but there are no people who have not gotten sustenance through JAWS. That's what it's all about.
JAWS rules!